Welcome to part 4 of New Neos. Like, comment, or subscribe if you would like. Now, in this part, we will be doing, which one was it? Yubel. The Yubel version of this deck. Kind of find it kind of funny in order. It's gonna tie back to I cannot talk today. Back to the main character. That's pretty cool. This is the yubel version of the deck. This one uses Eternal Bond. This is the main reason I actually had this one and the next one are the main reason I had to get Wise Man. So we have 2 Ultimate Nightmare. We have 2 Terror Incarnate. We have 1 Neos Wise Man. We have 3 Yubels. And since she's the 3rd one that's not the main character using this deck, I gave her all 3 of the fusions just to keep the balance between the 5 characters. So she has Rainbow Dragon, and she has 2 Armored Dragons. Same ratio as they are in the extra deck. There's 2 King of the Swamps. There is Connector. There's Pathfinder, and there's 2 Elemental Hero Neos. And then there is 2 Miracle Fusions, 1 Favorite Hero. I don't think it fits her fit thematically, but I just kept it in there because it's the same deck. But we have 3 Neo Fusions, 1 Neo Space, and this one is a defense deck. So this one actually runs traps. So for me, you can have any 6 traps you want. What fits your cup of tea? It's all you. But we have Magic Cylinder here. We got Mirror Force. We have 2 Bottomless Trap Holes and 2 Draining Mirror Force. As for the extra deck, it's actually like the same, very much like the other one for Jaden, but a bit different for reasoning to have the Xyz Dragon. This one we have Rainbow Neos. You can take out the other Armored Dragon and throw in replace one of the other bigger monsters with it. So you can cut down for 1 less Arm Neos. 2 Sunrise. I like to match the Armed Dragon to Sunrise because he can special summon them. They can be special summoned. Brave Neos. Then we have Elemental Hero Neos. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. That's how wild that name is. I'll say this, and then we have Night. This one is here just for thematic sake. You can take Xyz Dragon out of this deck, but when I made this deck, I just kept it in there. So but for it being on Yubel, but you're not gonna use this thing ever, so I don't really think you have it. Same thing for these 2. I literally do not know why I kept Swamp King in there. But I think what I was doing was if you don't have like, I was thinking at the time, if you didn't have Armed Dragon or Rainbow Dragon. Okay, let me unlock this real quick and show you what you could put in there. That's Neos related. If you want to go for something, I would say go for two of him. I just don't want to throw the balance of my deck off just yet. Actually, having two of him in the deck actually might give a reason for Exceed Dragon. But I'm just going to show you this. I'm just showing you the build that got me the win that I got when I used an example. I want to be very accurate. I might change and put him in the deck later. But then it would be too Jaden-y. That's the main reason. I'm just thinking of like, okay, here, I'm gonna say this. You can replace these two Swamp Kings with any of the how do I put it? With any level 4s that you think fit with replace them with two level 4s that fit the deck. That's the best way to put it. This is gonna be a quick one because the last two, since they were so similar, I didn't really give time to like. I didn't really need to put too much time into making them, playable or show off what they can do, because what they do happened actually really early. Maybe this will answer my question, because I forget why the Swamp Kings are there. This is the only deck. This one was last minute. Like, I literally was not even gonna do a yubel deck at all, like whatsoever. But this morning, last minute, I was like, you know what? I'll make a yubel deck. So I did. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's why I have Swamp King for those two. Yeah. Now I remember now. Took me a minute. But like, for anyone who've ever, since Eternal Bond has been in the game for a while, I imagine most of you don't already know what it does. So, but those who haven't used it, Eternal Bond basically is a play yubel. If you have yubel in the field, and you can, because you don't need a tribute for her when you play it with Eternal Bond on the character. This thing just levels her up all the way to her ultimate form immediately. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, all my decks, all these decks right here are meant to be able to play this fast, but they can brick. I'll be honest with you. Good majority, the good 3 to 4 of them, 3 to 5 of them, I mean, do brick. This one is just lucky enough to be one of the two that don't most of the time, because the skill doesn't allow it to brick at all. That was part 4. Part 5 coming out in a minute, and that's gonna be the conclusion to the story of the example slash decks profiles for new Neos